Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you all know, this is an overall motivational channel. I talk about the law of attraction, healing from past trauma, self-care, self-love, money saving tips, couponing, much more. There are no limits on my channel. I pretty much talk about whatever I want to talk about. So thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing. So this video is supposed to have been my updated weight loss video, but unfortunately this is not an update on my weight, because y'all, I just have to be honest, like this past week I have not been, like, I'm not gonna say I haven't been myself, but I've been overwhelmed. It's been like, I don't know if like, I don't know, I just been not emotional, but just like, I think overall I've just been overwhelmed because I have like so much stuff that needs to be done. I have so many goals to accomplish, and I've just been like not motivated to get any of it done. And so I started to sit down and I started to think about why that could be. And honestly, I believe it's because I just need a break. You know, I just need like at least a 1 week vacation, just me and my husband. And the reason why I say me and my husband is because, so my husband and I, we've been living here in Washington for, I think this year in October, actually it's coming up, I think on October 6th or October 8th. We would have been living here for 8 years. And within all of these 8 years, my husband and I, we have not had just like us time together. You know, so it's like from the moment our kids were born and all the way up until now, we have not had like time for us. Like we have not, like we don't go on dates. We don't go out to eat. We don't just like, we don't do anything. And one reason is because we don't have like a lot of family up here. The only family that I have up here is my brother. I had my dad up here, but they moved to California, so now I just have my brother, and my brother has things of his own that needs to be done. So we really don't have anyone to watch our kids. And we are the type, my husband and I, we are the type, we do not just let anyone watch our kids, you know. So I mean, the one time that my mom did come up here, which was like what, 2 years ago, maybe 1 year ago, when we were on good terms, and she came up here for an entire month. We were able to get out a little bit, but it wasn't like a vacation or anything like that. It wasn't like us like being completely away, you know. It wasn't like that. And then when my husband's mom came up here, same thing, my mother-in-law, we really couldn't have like any time away like we truly wanted around that time. So, you know, I think that I've been just like so overwhelmed because of that, you know, because I feel like every parent, and not just every parent, but if you do have kids, I feel like every parent needs some time away from their kids, like whether it's once a month, twice a month or something. But I feel like every parent just needs to get away. It's like the only thing that we've been doing is working and stuff like that, because we have to make sure our business, you know, stays afloat. So we've been completely busy with that. We are homeschooling our kids, and since we're new to that, I'm super overwhelmed with that, y'all. I am super overwhelmed with that. And it's like there is so much information out here about homeschooling. There are a lot of people on YouTube that talks about homeschooling. I mean, I do follow this one particular lady, and I absolutely love her. She's absolutely great. But it's like, even with the information being out here, it is still overwhelming to me, because this is something that I've never done before. And I know that, you know, is that a fly? And I know that you know, when you're completely new to something, it's going to be a little challenging in the beginning, and I do understand that. But it's just yeah, this fly is really annoying right now. But it's like you know, when you're completely new to something, of course it's going to be challenging in the beginning. But and so it's like, where do I start? You know, that's kind of like where I'm stuck. It's like, where do I start? Like, you know, and then it's like, with my kids' age, it's like I try to compare them to, like, or I go on the internet and I look up, like, okay, so what age does a 6-year-old, what all does a 6-year-old need to know at the age of 6? Or what all does a 4-year-old need to know at the age of 4? You know, and then it's like, when I see some of the stuff, and if my kids aren't quite there yet, I start to get discouraged about that. But I've learned that, you know, everybody is different, every child is different, not every child is going to learn at the same pace. And my kids, they are extremely smart. It's just that I get so overwhelmed with what to do, or if I'm doing this right, or, you know what I'm saying, and I get so overwhelmed with that to the point to where I just, like, I completely just stop everything. So I'm overwhelmed with homeschooling. But homeschooling is something that I'm going full force with homeschooling. This is something that I truly want, and I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. So I am truly grateful. I gotta say that I'm truly grateful to be able to homeschool my kids, because here in the state of Washington, the laws are different in every state. And then here in the state of Washington, your child does not have to physically be in school until the age of 8. Once they turn the age of 8, then you have to decide if they're going to public school or they're going to be homeschooled, or whichever, however you try to do that. So right now I'm just getting my practice in. So I'm just pretty much looking on YouTube, doing research, reading books on homeschooling up until my daughter turns 8, because she turns 8 in 2021. And so I've just been trying to work with the information that I get off of YouTube, that I get off the internet. And we have to go to this homeschooling little convention thing, I think sometime in 2021. So I am most definitely excited to go to that, so that I can learn more about the laws, learn more about homeschooling. So I am excited about that. But it's just that, you know, for me, it's like, you know, my kids, they're getting older, and I just want to make sure that they are, you know, learning everything that they're supposed to learn. And I just want to make sure that they're learning everything that they need to be learning. But I think that what I do is I just, like, overthink it. I think I overthink things a lot. What else? As far as with my weight, yes, this past week I have not been eating right. I have not been fasting. I have not been doing anything pertaining to my weight. I have not been doing anything because I've just been overwhelmed. I've been so overwhelmed. I have goals that needs to be done. There are new things that I'm learning that is kind of overwhelming, but I know that I will get through it. It's just that and like I said, when I get to the point to where I'm super overwhelmed, I go straight to eating. I am an emotional eater, and I just go straight to eating. And so I didn't even weigh myself any this week, because I already know that I've gained weight. I'm pretty sure I've probably gained weight. But I have to come on here and I have to be honest, because everything is not always peaches and cream, you know. So, and this is just, I don't know, I am completely overwhelmed. So now I am trying to see how to, you know, pretty much get through this, because I've been watching so many videos, like what to do when you're overwhelmed. Like with me, I try to take on so much stuff at once, and when I do that, I completely get overwhelmed. And it's like, and it just makes me just want to forget about everything and just completely not do anything. And so yes, y'all have so much stuff to do. So this is why I wanted to come on here and talk about that, because yeah, I just don't know. And I know I'm not the only one, but I know what I need though. I know that I need a vacation, and even my kids need a vacation, you know. So I'm going to look into, I know that me and my husband, we may not be able to get just an us vacation right now, but we do need a vacation as like a family. But my husband and I, we also need that time too. And just recently, my husband and I, we flew to Texas because my husband purchased his dream car. I have not done a video on that, how he manifested his car, but that is an upcoming video that I will be doing. Like I said, I have been so overwhelmed that I haven't even been getting videos out. But I'm slowly getting myself back together, y'all. But yeah, we recently flew to Texas for, I think, 3 days. We flew to Texas for 3 days because we needed to fill out the paperwork for his car and all that type of stuff. And that was also the first time that I overcame one of my fears, which was getting on a plane. So it was exciting, you know, but it wasn't like a getaway. It was more of us just, hey, let's go to Texas real quick because we have to get this situated. So it wasn't like a getaway. It was an experience, but it was not a getaway for us. So we really couldn't, like, you know, just sit down and relax and just like kick our feet up and just like chill, because it wasn't a vacation. It was going to purchase my husband's dream car, you know. And so at that time, we did have my mother-in-law up here. We flew my mother-in-law up here, and she did watch the kids for those 3 days. But it wasn't a getaway for us, you know. So like I said, we didn't do really anything. But it was like a nice little break from the kids, you know, just a nice little one. But we didn't do anything really. But I think what we do need is just like an overall family getaway. And then whenever we can squeeze it in, I have to see, like, whenever my brother is available, to see if he can kind of like watch the kids for a few days while me and my husband, we just get out, go see a movie, go shopping, go, you know, just have an entire day or an entire 2-3 days or something to ourselves, because it is most definitely needed. And I do think that everyone, literally everyone, needs time to themselves, like time off, just like a little vacation, because I am mainly overwhelmed. And like with the same thing with my husband, he kind of handles it a little bit better, but I know that he's kind of just like tired and he wants a break too, because he did say, because like I said, my husband, he's always working on our business all day, every day, 24/7, and sometimes it kind of sort of takes away from our kids just a little bit, which also just puts me in an emotional state, because it's like there is so much stuff that we need to get done. We have to make sure that the business is running straight, because we have to make sure that we're bringing money in. So y'all, it's a lot of stuff that comes with being an entrepreneur. It is most definitely a journey, but what I can say is that I am most definitely grateful, super grateful for this journey. I am enjoying every bit of it, even though it has its ups and downs. I am most definitely enjoying every bit of it, because the overall thing is that we get to spend time with our babies, and that is something that we have always wanted to do. So I'm not complaining at all, because I absolutely love it. But we do need to find balance. We need to work on finding balance, how to balance out business and family. We're just working to figure out how to balance that. So I will let you guys know along the process how I'm doing with things, but as of right now, I'm still a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm slowly working my way out of it. And usually one thing that really makes me feel better when I am overwhelmed, or when I do kind of like start feeling stressed or anything, y'all, what I do is I start giving. Like, I don't know if anybody else does that, but it's just something about giving to other people when you are in a bad place, even when you're in a good place or a bad place. But I just always like to give. Like, even like I donate every month, and I give as much as I can. So I give often, very often. But whenever I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I'm stressed about something, I always give. So like, I randomly did a huge donation at my local community action center, and I felt so much better after that. I felt so much better. But overall, like I said, I'm still a little bit overwhelmed, but I am putting some things together to try to get myself out of this. I just been, you know, just the lack of motivation, you know. But I know that this is only temporary. This feeling will not last forever. I will most definitely come out of this slump. What else? Let me see what else I'm missing. But on the bright side, but as far as my children's classroom, we have a room that we're turning into an entire classroom. That's going well. I have been working on that. I created like a site board, and I got the inspiration from a lady off of Instagram. So I created them a site board, and I'm still working to get their room together. So I'm super excited about that. And then one thing I've learned is that no matter how overwhelmed you are, no matter how stressed you are, the number one thing that you have to always remember is that things can always be worse. Things can always be worse, you guys. Practice gratitude. Be grateful for where you are, what you have, and just even during those times of stress and overwhelm, just take out the time to just think about what you are grateful for. And that truly works. That along with meditation. I have been listening to some meditation. So, and I've also, like I said, I'm on my spiritual path. So I've been reading like a lot of spiritual books, law of attraction books, because I do plan to talk about that a lot more on my channel, because I absolutely love everything law of attraction, everything spirituality. So I will be talking about in future videos once I actually learn the material and actually just be able to freely talk about it without having to, you know, memorize it or get stuck anywhere. So I'm super excited about that. But overall, this is an entire process. Like I said, the name of my channel is Healing, Growing, and Manifesting. So I am doing all of that, and I just want you guys to be along on the journey with me. Let me know in the comment section below if you have been having a mental breakdown, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling stressed. Let's talk about it, because I know that I'm not the only person feeling like this. So let's talk about it, you guys. But you know what, I am proud of myself though, because I was actually cleaning up in the kitchen and whatnot, because I have to get ready to cook in a minute. So I just randomly wanted to come back here and record this video, and I am super proud of myself for doing that, because I have not been putting out content like I supposed to. So I'm proud of myself for that. Always celebrate your small wins. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this video inspired you in some kind of way. Let me know, you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.